Hey guys, welcome back. Dan Douglas, President for Junior Achievement, and our third session of JA Career Success. I'll remind you that we've been highlighting the 4 C's that employers are looking for, skills that aren't always found in new employees, and that if you have them, you're going to rise to the top in interviews and in these companies. Again, we're talking about life after high school, life after college, of where you're looking for that career job. So the 4 C's again: critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. In the last session, we focused on communication and how communication and conflict management work together in terms of helping you be successful in a career job. Today, we're going to focus on collaboration and teamwork. So when you think of collaboration, and I've got the definition up here, working together to reach a goal. Just working together, collaboration. Teamwork is a form of collaboration in which a structured group works together to reach a goal. So maybe some of you play high school sports, or you're in the band or the chorus, a number of group activities. Sports is always a good analogy, say a football team. A football team is not going to be successful if there's not teamwork, right? So there's a lot of collaboration that goes on in making a successful football team. If the quarterback tries to do everything himself, that's not going to be a great team, is it? If all the blockers decide they're going to be wide receivers and run down the field, well, besides a lot of penalties, they're not going to get anywhere with their teamwork either, right? Same thing on a basketball court. If the point guard decides he wants to be the center, that's not going to bode well for that basketball team, right? So collaboration and teamwork is important, whether it's in school, whether it's in sports, or whether it's in the office place. Everybody working together towards one goal. And that's what leads to a high-performance team. You might think of it as a high-performance sports team. Think of those sports teams that you follow. What makes them high-performance? Michael Jordan, in his heyday with the Bulls, in his early years, had some great numbers, individual numbers, scoring records, steal records, rebound, assist. He had great numbers, but the Bulls never won a championship because they found out that without teamwork, without having the right people around Michael Jordan, they still couldn't be that high-performance team that would win the championship, that would be crowned as the world champs in basketball, right? So a high-performance team is a goal-oriented team that produces superior results through collaboration and creativity. So once you get out of school and into a job, you're likely going to work on some sort of team. Even the best chef in the world, after all, can't succeed without a team of cooks, servers, and hosts. In my job at JA, we work together as a team. There's no way that I could do everything that I do without our great program managers at JA, without the person who helps raise the money to provide all of the programs that JA does, without national team members who help us design all the programs and who provide all the support services that we need to be successful with junior achievement here in West Kentucky. So it takes a lot of people pulling in the same direction together. Imagine a tug of war, a rope across a pond. If your team is pulling on both sides of that rope, pulling against each other, you're never going to win, right? But if you have everybody on the same side of the rope pulling together, it's going to be much easier to accomplish your goals. So there's a way to get to a high-performance team, and it's called the GRIPPY model, and we're going to talk about that right now. GRIPPY is an acronym that just simply means focusing on goals, the roles and responsibilities of each of the team members, making sure that you've got great processes in place, and back to communication and conflict management, making sure that you've got those interpersonal relationship skills that is the glue that holds everything together in a high performance team. So first, in a high performance team using the GRIPPY model, the team has to have clear goals. If the quarterback has one goal in mind, but the running back has another goal in mind, that play is probably going to fail. And thus they weren't a high performance team at that moment. So the team together has to have the clear one goal in mind. And all team members have to understand that goal. Roles and responsibilities as part of the GRIPPY model. The work is clearly structured. Everyone needs to know what their role is. Every team member must contribute. Back to the Chicago Bulls. They had a forward, they had a center, they had all the other four players on the court, but maybe they didn't contribute the way people who came along when the Bulls were so successful. So you have to have clear goals for each member, but then you need to have all those members contributing to be able to reach the goals, right? Have you ever heard the phrase, the chain is only as strong as its weakest link? You need all those links strong contributing for that chain to do its job. Each team member then needs to understand the responsibilities and know how they contribute to the team. Maybe you've seen this in school as well. Have you ever been assigned a project where it's you and somebody else who's working on a project? Raise your hand if you were the person that didn't do anything for the project and let the other person do it. Has that been you? Or raise your hand if you were the person that did all the work and you got aggravated and frustrated at your partner because they didn't play the part that they needed to in the project. Maybe you've been on both sides of that. Neither side really feels that great, does it? So there's times in business or whatever career you have where you're going to have maybe a role of working underneath someone else. But there may be a time when you're the leader and you need to step up. And so every team member knowing what their role is at that given time to help the team meet its goals is important if you're going to be that high performance team that we're talking about and that employers want. Processes, the P in GRIPPY. The team has determined effective ways to make decisions, resolve conflict, and share information. So the process is important. Perfecting the process. Sometimes that means, going back to some of our communication and active listening skills, someone may have a better idea of how to do something. And the business just wants the most effective and efficient way possible to get the job done, probably, right? So active listening, team members contributing, and finding out what is the best process to reach our goal. It would be like the coach of a team maybe not listening to his defensive coordinator as they're seeing something. They're not able to stop the team, but someone comes up with a better idea, a better plan, a better play to reach their goal. So sometimes different people are going to step up on a team, but we have to be open to listen to coming up with better processes, better plays, better ways to tackle something. And then finally, interpersonal relationship skills. High performance teams necessarily don't mean that they always get along or even love each other or like each other, but they respect each other and they use their interpersonal skills and not in an emotional way to make sure that they get done for the business what they need to get done. Positively relating to one another. So a review as we talk about teamwork, collaboration, creativity. There are few businesses that can function with only one person. Hardly any. Most jobs require working with others, and companies want to hire employees who understand and contribute to high-performance teams. In our next session, we're going to learn about a set of skills needed in the workplace. We're going to continue talking about soft skills, and we're going to get into interviewing and communication during interviews and resume writing and different things like that in our next session. But until then, you're going to have an activity that'll help you understand teamwork in the workplace a little bit better. And after you do that, I'll be anxiously awaiting you to come back for session 4 of JA Career Success. Until then, have a great day.